Welcome back to another episode of The Strive Show, and today we're going to talk about why am I so tired? Welcome to The Strive Show. I'm Dr. Jake Grinaker, and together with the amazing doctors at Strive Chiropractic, our phenomenal team, and some extraordinary guests along the way, we will be in the pursuit of truth in all things health, life, and family. We believe you not only can handle the truth, you deserve it. Enjoy the show. Hey guys, welcome back. A thing that we are hearing a ton and we talk to people about all day long that we just wanted to bring on here was just this idea of like, I am so tired and I'm tired all the time. And it's not just one group of people. We're talking moms, dads, kids. We're hearing it all the time.
Yeah, all of the above. Like you said, we see it from, newborn babies to all the way up to, older people. Like it just kind of runs the whole gamut of people.
So really, the two kind of camps, Brian and I were talking before we came on air here, to two camps we're talking about, two real main causes, and we'll dive into each and what they mean and how we can fix it. But it's really just that you're not getting good sleep, like is number one. I'm not getting real good quality sleep. And then number two would be like you are just burning the candle at both ends. It's this whole idea of running in fight or flight. So kind of done with that first one is just this idea of like, I'm not getting good sleep. Yeah. What does that mean? Yeah. What can we do about it?
Yeah, and I mean, there's some things out there like apps and wearables and things like that that can track that, and which are good, but it's kind of walking that back, like, why am I not getting good sleep? Obviously, like, my Whoop or my Apple Watch or whatever, it's showing that I'm not getting good sleep, but why am I not getting good sleep, right? That's the important thing if you're going to get it fixed.
Yes, you got it. And kind of what we're talking about with good sleep is this idea of there's light sleep, there's deep sleep, REM sleep, and really those regenerative, restorative type sleeps are more in that deep REM type sleep, meaning that you can be in light sleep and be sleeping all night, but you're not going to wake up feeling very rested, and it's not going to recharge your batteries if you're not getting into that deep REM sleep. Is really the kind of the big idea. So a lot of times people have that. When we see sleep problems, it's usually I have trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, or I'm not getting into this REM sleep, which all kind of stems back to, okay, we got to really rectify sleep.
Yes, exactly. And it's, how do we figure out how to rectify that, right? And that's kind of the important part, and why we're talking to you about it is like, what can I do to help me, like I said, 1, fall asleep better, 2, stay asleep, wake up rested and energized and ready to go.
And I think that really it all can be boiled down in that bad sleep. Really, it can all be boiled down to like you're overstimulated. Like if you're not getting good sleep and you're not getting that REM sleep, you're overstimulated. And there's things you can do about it that are overstimulating. Stop staring at the blue light on your phone while you're trying to fall asleep. Plug it in, put it down, read, with low light, that kind of thing. Stop getting your brain racing at the way end of the night. No stimulants, try to get good sleep, no caffeine, that kind of stuff can really affect sleep patterns, but also overstimulation in the sense of like upper cervical spine overstimulation.
Yes, absolutely. Like, we'll see that, like you said, even like a lot of times, even with like infants and babies, but you also see it in adults too, that, when they have that dysfunction in the upper part of their neck and that upper cervical spine, that causes that disruption that doesn't allow you to get into that good sleep and have that, stay asleep, the restful sleep. It stems from that way up.
You got it. Which actually is a great lead into like our next other one is like you're running in fight or flight all day. Like, and what'll happen with that is again that overstimulation, your whole body goes into fight or flight. We're not designed to be in fight or flight. So when you run in it 24 hours a day, like you're draining every energy store you have. So the idea like, oh my gosh, I'm just so tired all the time. Maybe you are getting good sleep in that sense, but you're just constantly burning that candle from both ends. The whole body is just in constant fight or flight. That's also going to drain your battery, even if you recharge it well every night.
For sure, yeah. I mean, when you only have so much in your tank that you can use, and when you're, expending that and not able to kind of get that refilled, it's going to be real hard to go through your next day or the day after, on a half tank of gas. You can't really just go that far. It's kind of the way it is, like when you drive your car. Yeah,
exactly. So, when Brian and I were talking again before we came on, it was just the idea of like, okay, what are some practical steps? Like, okay, if this is you, what are practical steps you can do at home right now to do it? I think first and foremost is just like create a bedtime routine that like puts you in the best optimal position to be getting good restful sleep.
For sure.
Turn the blue light off. put your phone away, read or do something where you can disconnect a little bit. That would be number one.
For sure. I mean, and you could take even a deeper dive in there too, adding in some supplements, magnesium glycinate to kind of help improve your restful sleep. That's one of the things that I've done that's vastly improved my sleep. So adding in some things like that too are beneficial. But the other thing, kind of what we're really trying to get to is that upper cervical stuff. When you have that dysfunction there, our parasympathetic nervous system, it sits in our neck and our cervical spine. And when that's dysfunctional, because that's kind of the rest and digest, but it's going to help turn off that fight or flight. When you're not able to kind of switch that on, then it's going to be difficult to come and kind of relax and wind down and get into good sleep.
Man, I couldn't have said that any better. So really what Brian kind of did was go through the two, which are great, is the idea of, okay, if you're getting in a good position, now what can I do from a nutritional standpoint? Then it might be just not eating super late. My gosh, don't eat at 9 o'clock at night. You can go to bed when you're still trying to digest food is a big one. Or supplementation, some magnesium, like you said, would be good. That'd be 2. And then 3 is ultimately, if you're constantly overstimulated from your upper cervical spine, no matter what you do at home and whatever routine you go through is not going to really matter. And that's where we step in to help you. That's where we can really help you. Let's evaluate that, see if that's what's going on with you. Get that turned back on, calm the nervous system and allow you to get better sleep. It's one of the things that we notice almost across the board when people are coming in, even if it's man, I came in with full back pain or I came in with headaches or whatever it may be. One of the things we're seeing across the board is, man, my sleep is improving. And that's just because what Brian said, when this stuff gets calmed down way in your upper cervical spine, you're going to be better off.
And when people come in, new patients come in and they fill out our intake form and it's trouble sleeping, fatigue. And then, we actually take them through it and do the scans. It's not, coincidence that you'll see on the scans that they have dysfunction in that upper part of their neck. And it's well, this is why, right? Here's what you're having on your intake form, what you told us. Here's what your scans are showing. Yeah, you've got some lower back stuff or whatever they have when they come in, but this here is why you're having some of that trouble sleeping and fatigue. And so again, like we've always said, it's important to just come in and get checked.
Well, I know too that's our job. That's what we're diving into. That's what we nerd out about. That's what we really dive into, is that, you're coming in for help. We're really dissecting and diving into it and really trying to find all the pieces that we can turn it back on for you. That's not something you need to know or whatever. That's what we're here for. And we're here to walk you through that process to find it, fix it, and get you back to living your best life. So that's what we'll make sure we do in here. So
for sure.
So hopefully there's some practical steps that you had for better sleep at home. And again, if it's something that you've been struggling with for a while, please don't hesitate to reach out. Shoot us a text, call us. You can just also schedule yourself, justgetchecked.com. You can do any of that stuff on your own too. Make sure you do that if we can help.
Absolutely.
But till next time, guys, hope that helped. See you later.
Thanks for tuning into The Strive Show. Whether you are watching this on YouTube or listening to the podcast on your favorite platform, make sure you hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you found value in today's episode, please share it with a loved one. We would be honored. Thanks and have a fantastic week.